EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. This is taken near the 13. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A toss play to Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, Charlie! Check. King!
On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check, crunch.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. They've got his man complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Olivier Vernon brings him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. They still can't get it. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Now he'll escape to Jackson, hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson is going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, box truck.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
180.
Watch the slant. Alert 3.
Alert 61. Matchbox lights. Kings. Hey, seam 6.
Mayfield with it once more. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A gain of 3, second down. On second down, Ingram. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Ingram. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, it's Ingram. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. He's going to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Pistol, pistol, pistol.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for the Ravens. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Jackson to throw, being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Let's go.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a...
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Wahoo!
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Real. Real. Watch out. Hey, Delta.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The Browns on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7.
Alert! Bravo!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Jackson dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Here we go. 53 is the mark. Watch the pass. Let's go. Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. 3 buzz. 53 is the Mike. 53 is Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now?
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Hey, exit.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Brown. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute it.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. They toss it left side to Chubb. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Regular. Hey, Zoo. 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Regular. Regular.
A run for Nick Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
180.
Jefferson on the tackle. It's a game of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Taylor. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Here's Jackson, buying time to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Seth Roberts there to make the grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run. Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
How about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Returnable for Thomas. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Let's go now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down, Baltimore.
Number 53. Mike 53. Here we go.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Ravens. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear back being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Ravens 14, Browns 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling